My dad was a professional wrestler. He did a lot of job work for WWF in the 90s. Later on, my stepfather, also professional wrestler, wrestled under the Valiant name as the son of handsome Jimmy Valiant. And one night, Jimmy is staying at the house with us, and we get back to the house. It's about 3 in the morning, and I had talked to Jimmy a little bit. I was probably 16 years old, so I was pretty excited. Like I said, it's about 3 a.m., and I'm wearing a Misfits t-shirt. As we're getting out of the car, and Jimmy's getting out of his car, still in full wrestling gear, he walks up to me. He's like, "You like the Misfits?" And I was like, "Yes, sir." He's like, "What about Danzig?" And before I could answer, at 3 a.m., outside, waiting for my mom to open the door, Jimmy Valiant starts singing Danzig's Mother to me, just like, "Mother." Honestly, it's probably one of the funniest stories that I have throughout the years growing up around wrestling.
Hey, I like this. Somebody who grew up in wrestling, but not the glamorous side of wrestling, probably just the local wrestling. I did edit out your father's name for anonymity, but then obviously I went on YouTube and looked up his matches, and he was, a guy who did enhancement matches. He was never a star, but he was in the scene. You were in the scene, and you were doing late night trips with the original Road Dogg, the legendary Jimmy Boogie Woogie Man Valiant. And for the listeners that don't know who the Boogie Woogie Man is, go look him up right now. You won't be surprised that he was in this person's driveway at 3 a.m. in his wrestling gear, still in his wrestling gear. You might be a little bit surprised that he would recite the words to Danzig's Mother, although maybe not. You know what? I take that back. A man with a bandana tattooed across his forehead and his own boots tattooed on his feet. That's a true story. I saw it. He took his wrestling boots off and his socks off, and wrestling boots were tattooed onto his feet. That is a true wrestler for life. And the Boogie Woogie Man's still doing it. I was in a match with him just 2 years ago, right before COVID, for WrestlePro in New Jersey. Still getting it done. Still getting it done. In his 70s, maybe? Going on towards his 80s, if not. I'm going to stick with the 70s. I really enjoy that you probably have so many wrestling stories. And of course, there's always going to be that one that just sticks out in your mind, that makes you smile, that's so weird that you always just kind of tell your friends. And now you told us. Hey, thanks for watching. That call was part of a whole podcast called Wrestling Anonymous. Listen to the whole thing weekly. Wherever you listen to your podcast, go subscribe. And while you're at it, subscribe right here on YouTube to Colt Cabana's channel. Thank you.